So now, is that recording you? How are
Yes,
you going?
it's recording me, and then it's gonna
It's got the camera.
and then it's gonna. I'll just show everybody, show the camera that y'all were here. Okay. Imagine you were a high schooler sitting at home on a Sunday night after having finished all of your homework, and you finally get some leisure time to yourself. But then you remember there is school tomorrow, and you have 6 more homework assignments to complete, which leads into the weekend, which leads to more homework over the weekend. But if your school had a 3-day weekend, you'd truly have that leisure time to do healthy mental activities. Today, I will discuss how 3-day weekends will increase productivity, mental health, next, feedback from my own teachers and classmates, then why 5 days a week is detrimental to students. 3-day weekends should be enacted for all schools to improve productivity, mental health, and overall engagement. A study was done in the US and Ireland where 900 workers in 33 separate companies went to work for 4 days for 6 months. The study's results came back with much improvement to the companies. The Reflect study states 97% of the employees said they enjoyed having an extra day to themselves and wanted to continue. Meanwhile, the companies reported an 8% increase in revenue during the test period and a 38% increase compared to the same time period last year, or the previous year. The study was done for adults with jobs, but this also applies to students in school. People, especially growing students, need extra sleep and a reset day. 1 extra day will give more time for homework, rest, and self-care. A decreased workload means an increased productivity. Additionally, an extra day would allow for more family bonding time, a travel day which provides a chance to learn about the world, or a day to explore interests. Finding interests would encourage a healthier lifestyle to work out, find hobbies, attend social gatherings, and more. These types of activities will lower overall stress and in turn increase mental health. Not only would 3-day weekends be healthy, but everyone I have talked with is in favor of them. I asked our valedictorian, Meredith Macbeth, and our principal, Mr. McQueen, their thoughts on 3-day weekends and how it would affect our school. Meredith said, as a student, I am all for switching to 3-day weekends. I believe it allows for an adequate amount of time whilst giving teenagers the ability to learn how life works outside of school. I think it would allow students to maintain their jobs. It also gives them an opportunity to be more involved in their community. Having a 3-day weekend provides students a bit of a mental break from learning. Meredith, of all people, would understand the stress of school. She is constantly busy and involved in so many extracurriculars. Giving students like her a break would absolutely improve the mental health of so many teens. Mr. McQueen states, I know students and teachers will love it. The reason LISD has not chosen that format is due to not knowing the facts. Facts such as how less time in class will affect learning retention. Also, it will make us increase the time of day from Monday to Thursday, so we can meet the minutes required by the state. It will be hard to determine how it will affect our students in the short run. It will be curious to see how it will affect our students in the long run, but after we can see data from scores. I feel only time will tell. As a busy high schooler, I know how stressful school can become. For all my college on-ramps and extracurricular classes, my weekend turns into what feels like another day at school. I normally take Saturdays to study and leave Sunday for homework, the actual homework. My weekend is occupied with homework, and while I do get some extra time, there isn't much of it. Being at school constantly for 5 days a week can affect the way students learn and function. Too much work decreases the focus and capabilities of almost every student. The Reflect study also states, research suggests that 2-day weekend may actually be detrimental to our health and well-being. This is because students will change the routine, sleeping in, staying up late, etc., and our body's circadian rhythm shifts, but then must quickly change back to a work schedule. These changes happening all in a 48-hour time period brings mental and physical stress to our bodies. Those who are opposed to 3-day weekends might assume that because students are in school less, they won't learn as much. But the less work there is, the more precision, understanding, and focus there will be for the topic at hand. I also understand that families with 2 working parents might not have the funds or time to find babysitters. A solution to this could be a daycare center held by volunteer high school students or unemployed high schoolers babysitting for the day. Ultimately, a 3-day weekend would increase mental health and productivity, are favored by most teachers and students, and are far more beneficial than the standard 5-day week. Now, when you are at home on a Sunday, there is no need to stress about the next homework assignment, and you will have a relaxing day to yourself. Thank you. And I'll go show you. Okay.